Hang on, hang on. Oh, okay. Yeah, kill the phone.
Okay,
hear me now?
Shows you're live.
Oh, hang on. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, that's better. Have your speaker on here. Okay, I think we're live.
We're live. I see a little live up there. We're 19 seconds in.
Okay, I think that worked. Okay, good.
So I don't see any chats.
Oh. Just gonna get rid of some boxes here because I got too much stuff open.
Your comments.
You're live now. Okay, so technical challenges, yeah. Okay, so I'm on the YouTube screen here now to see because I don't know if I can see. What do you see on your end there?
I'm just trying to see if I can get into the chats, but this technical stuff, I don't know.
Yeah, I thought it would show up. Post a comment. Okay, I thought it would show up on the side here, but if I go to YouTube, it shows up. These guys. I don't know if they're watching me live on YouTube by myself or us. Let's see here. This one here, that knows.
Ask them if they can see
us.
us.
I think where I'm live. There we go. I'm getting rid of this. Okay. All right. Okay. Now I'm hoping we're live. I think I was live on YouTube as well, so I think there was two things going on. So I might have just disconnected a bunch of people. Let's see what happens. See if they come back or. Yeah, I just want to checking my phone to see if it's actually working.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
But I don't know if you need to live open on YouTube at the same time. Like, I really don't know enough about this. There we go. Okay, we got people here now. That was weird. It started like a new live stream. Yeah, that's right, Matt. I had two going. I had YouTube going, and okay, almost off grid. Grandma's in there too. You see those chats as well? Those comments?
Yeah, they're starting to come up. Yep.
Okay, but you're both there now. Yes. Okay. So I messed up. I started YouTube, and because Yard Stream didn't pick up right away, so we started a new Yard Stream, and here we are. Anyways, enough about that. Yeah, so the day has just been a fumble because I had 5 hours grace time between picking up Holly and getting home and doing this, and of course Air Canada had to mess that up, right? Thanks to Air Canada. So, anyways, okay, we're behind schedule. Talking to you two. Okay, get talking you two. Okay, yeah. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So
how do you see this on your phone? Like, I can't see this on my phone at all.
No, I didn't see. I didn't find out my phone at all either. I just went back to the computer screen here. They see us and hello. I thought you were going live on your channel, Thompson. Yeah, we would have went live on his, but it's my Yard Stream account, and in order to have those privileges of doing that fancy stuff, it's like $100 or something like there. So we opted out of that choice. So that's why it's just we do this again. We'll have to do it from because I think I got the free version of Yard Stream, which is still better than YouTube, I think, because I think I tried before on YouTube and you can only do one person at a time or something you couldn't do. You needed some other platform. So that's why we're using Yard Stream. If that makes any sense. It's perfect on my phone. Yeah, that's what Ms. Murphy says. Off-grid journey.
Your connection's a little bit blurry.
Mine is a little blurry, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm on Starlink. Are you on Starlink as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I went back looking for your video where you drove the nail through 3 fingers. I couldn't find it. I couldn't. Well, I didn't see it
You
right
which?
off. I didn't see it right offhand. That video of you driving the nail through your fingers.
I can't hear you.
Oh, I said, is it choppy or just not loud enough?
No, it's just you're in and out. You're
Oh,
freezing and unfreezing for some
okay.
reason.
Okay, it's all clear on this end.
There you go.
I was looking for Loretta, Jason off grid. See you and hear you loud and clear. Okay.
Okay.
I can hear Cod Raven. Okay, so it's probably on your end. Sounds like.
Okay.
But you're on. Are you on? You're on Starlink.
Yeah, I've got showing full bursts. Can you hear me? I'm not blurry or anything.
No, it looks fine,
Okay.
and I can hear you fine. So you mentioned the video where you put the nail gun through your fingers, and I went looking for it and I couldn't find it, or I didn't see it. Which one is it? Do you know?
That's my absolute best one. I made really good money on that video.
I saw the one with 36,000 views, the one where you did in the room.
Yeah, that was it was before that one. The one that I nailed my fingers together. That was crazy. Like 200 and I don't know, like 230,000 views. Crazy.
Oh, I didn't go back far enough. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my motivation. The paycheck from that video, it still keeps coming in. Like I checked today, and this past week there was 1,000 views on it.
Wow.
So it like every week. So when you see all these big YouTube channels and stuff like that, they're making good money.
Yeah.
So it kind of lights a fire, right?
Yeah.
When you see that. But anyway.
Injury. Matt says injury equals views. Yeah, I agree, Matt. People look for all the crazy stuff, right? So how are you doing? So you're you get your floor done. I was admiring that floor. That's something. That's quite a masterpiece of all the work you went through, all the cement and all the.
That was like that whole video was over a month of recording. It was nuts.
That's totally different than what I'm doing. Like we're both have a homestead and we're both trying to put a roof over our head, but what you're doing and what we're doing is like almost like totally different, right? But the end result will be the same, I guess. But
and my biggest struggle here is permits. It's insanity. I'm probably over 15,000 in for permits. It's nuts, man. It's bonkers. If you had told me this a year ago, I would have shook I wouldn't have bothered.
Yeah. Well, I think I told you before.
Without permits.
I told you before, but I'll tell everybody else. Like where I live, there's no such thing as a permit.
Yeah, I wish I had that problem here.
No such thing as a permit. I do what I want. I mean, within reason, of course, but you're not gonna, But I build what I want, however I want, when I want.
Yeah.
There's no permit. Yeah.
So the kit that I bought, the cabin is an actual kit. Right. It's not a bunkie. It's a different company. But so I had this genius idea last year when I had an excavator here to dig a pit and put it on sonotubes. But my engineer got kind of mad at me because he had already designed something. So I had to go back and do all this over again in the spring. But you need a crawl space and you need to be down because I don't want because I have all my water and stuff coming in. I don't want that freezing, right?
Yeah.
So, and that was another huge delay. But the engineer that designed, basically now everything is done through the engineer, so that I'm completed with him. Now I just have to build the kit.
Okay.
So hopefully I can do that in 5 days. But we'll see. Mr. Murphy. Oh, I see the comments now. Okay. They just popped up here. So what are you building over there? What do you got going on?
So we're just old fashioned blocks on the ground, and level the ground, put down some plastic, putting down two 8-inch 8x16 cinder blocks on the ground on the top of plastic, and then going from wood all the way up to a beam, and then floor joists, right, and whatever. And I'm just boarding the floor over, because I
Right.
had a bunch of boards. My original part of the cabin was boarded over, and I can make boards. I get boards for free, whereas I got to buy sheeting, right? So
Yeah.
cement is so. I mean, I could do what you did, like mix my own. Nah, forget. I'm not going to bother.
It's a lot of work.
I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way, and I'm going to have very limited drywall, if any, inside. So I'm not worried about a little bit of. But my ground's pretty good. Like, it's pretty rocky and gravelly, so water doesn't hang up into it and during the winter. We don't get a lot of heavy frost either.
Mhm.
So I think I'm going to have minimal frost heaving, and we're going to have the crawl space. I'm not going to say heated, but warm. Like, we're not insulating the floor. I'm going to insulate the walls of the crawl space, so that area down below will be above zero.
Yeah.
So
That's my
nothing on
goal
the
too.
floor, right? Nothing on the floor, because around here, hey Larry, good to see you, buddy. Hey guys, I'm getting you at 720p. Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, that's probably the best it's going to be. Even on looking at myself here, it looks a little bit cloudy or whatever. Same with you, Kirk. Hey Kirk, North 51. Glad you could join us. So let's just so that's the kind of floor we're doing. We're not doing, like, I thought about it. It'd be nice to insulate the floor and seal it off, but then your pipes, you happen to get a leak or you get critters up there. And you talk to other people around this area, and it's a nightmare. It's better to insulate the area, your crawl space, and then have that warm, and then your heat from your house goes down and keeps that warm, and it's just anyway.
Yeah.
So let's talk about who's Matt and Mouse are here in the house, almost off grid. Grandma, never heard of her. Loretta and Jason off grid. Glad you could join us. Who else? Ms. Murphy, Rita and Terry, and Larry from Goldwing Moments, and Kirk north of 51. That looks like that's about it. That's that I can see on here. So Kirk north of 51, and Larry Goldwing Moments. You probably never heard of them, I'm assuming.
No, I've heard of Larry.
You've heard of Larry Goldwing Moments? Okay, good.
Yeah. I follow his channel. Yeah.
Okay, good. And Kirk north of 51. He's a local guy here in Newfoundland.
Okay.
And Ms. Murphy, they're over in Cape Breton. Loretta and Jason, of course, you know them. I can't remember how it went now, but Loretta and Jason and yourself and Don, the guy in BC, Alberta there, Little Griff, is it?
Little Griff. Yeah.
All three of you guys, I kind of found it. I think probably through Matt and Mouse.
Oh yeah.
I think, and that's how I came upon you guys.
Yeah. Oh yeah, cool.
Anyways, So our floor is done too. I haven't seen it on the channel yet because I just haven't got there with another video or two before you'll see it. But it's completed. I was on a little bit of a mission. Holly was away. Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise for her to come and see the floor all completed.
Nice.
Well, when she left, the cabin was just a little 18 by 20 or whatever cabin, and now there's 14 feet of floor on the one side and 8 feet in the front. And the end wall is completely torn out of the cabin, like just a big gaping hole. So it was a little bit of a shock when she rolled in the driveway tonight. So
nice.
That's good. Yeah. So that's going to be kind of a little bit put on hold now. I got another project of a lean-to off the back of the shop there I want to get going. And the main reason for that is I want to get a wall for that lean-to up so I can get my firewood packed up beside it, because we're getting into the prime seasoning weather for firewood. So last year I got caught with our pants down with no firewood, so I'm not going to do that again. And
so
I'm kind of doing that. Yeah.
I was looking at my firewood today, and I'm like, man, just I have to get on it, because you know what, it's coming quicker than we think.
Yeah.
So
Almost off Good Grandma is in New Brunswick. Okay,
Yep,
so
yep, she is. Yeah.
that's yeah. Never heard of you. Sorry, I'll have to check you out after this. Yeah. Let's see. I saw the doctor today. Oh, someone's having. Okay, they're having a conversation between each other. Okay. Oh, Cassandra Kakar. Hi, guys. Never heard of her either.
Yeah, I know her.
Okay, yeah, good.
Follows me. Okay, hang on a sec. I got a bunch of emails. Okay, so you have to go to Cod Raven. I'm just gonna send a couple emails here because people are wondering why they're not on my channel.
I added your channel. Okay, cool. Add your channel from live. Okay, cool.
Go to.
Can I send Mouse over to chop some wood for you? Yes, send her over. Lots of chopping. Actually, I got most of it done, I think, but always remember.
Yeah, Mouse is good at that.
Yeah, she can swing that sledge or that axe. Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I got lots to split over here too, but you can use a splitter if you want.
Yeah, I'll use my electric splitter. I just saw his video where he cleaned his chimney, and I'm thinking, no, that chimney's not dirty. No way. And then I was like, what? I was surprised how much creosote that thing put out. So yeah, it must have some pretty.
I had a pipe with that screen on it too. I threw the screen out, never had a problem after that.
I've never. You can't. Nobody around here uses that. Like
no, and the problem is the spruce and the fir out here. Even if it's about 15 to 20% moisture, it gives off a ton of creosote. My stovepipe out here is a 6-inch, and I had to clean it every 2 weeks, and I had dry wood. So that's a 6-inch pipe.
I don't know if the wood we had a lot of non-season wood as well. Yeah. I mean, I got a buddy there that burns dry wood. Like he burns. I mean, everybody tried to burn their wood dry, but I mean, let's face it, we're on the ocean here pretty much, and dry wood is really not that dry.
Lots of moisture, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, but if I can keep the rain off it and then get a few sunny days on it, it's pretty good, right? But you don't get that kind of creosote around here. I mean, that creosote buildup is all developed from the whole setup, the size of the chimney, the relation is a straight up or out the wall, the temperature of the chimney, and the wood and the stove, and that stove he's got. I was looking at putting one of those in a boat.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they're really high efficient or what, but I didn't really size one up. But I know the one I got now in my shop,
that's a beauty.
Inner zone, that's I'm so in love with that. I can't wait to burn it.
I bet.
No matter what I put into that, no matter what you put in a bunch of splits in there, and you can just turn it down, right? You can just turn it down, and you can adjust. You can regulate it so nice, for sure.
Awesome. But, the pipe I have here, it comes up out of the stove and then it goes out through the wall. Right at the outside bend. I should have put one of those T's where you can clean it right there instead of an elbow. Because like I said, every 2 weeks I had to clean. But, it's just lots of creosote here.
Our cubic mini is tiny, but it does meet the soft requirements for tiny cabin. I know what he means by soft requirements. I would have put a bigger stove in that cabin. I know it's a small cabin, but a bigger stove, I think you would have had more.
Matt, what is that? Is that a 4-inch? Is it a 4-inch? It's a 4-inch pipe come off of that, I believe, right?
4-inch prefab?
No, the pipe on his stove, I believe it would be a 4-inch pipe, I believe.
Oh, Kirk says I have to clean my chimney every 2 weeks. Always burn season. 2 weeks, Kirk. That's I mean. All the stove, I had Pacific Energies and stuff, never touched them. Never touched the chimneys. Always look up
Kirk,
every season. But
me too, man. I religiously every 2 weeks, you can tell every time you start opening the door, you just get a little bit more smoke every day, and then you kind of get lazy. Man, it's -30 out. No, I'm not doing it. And then next thing you know, the whole trailer is just full of smoke, right? So you're plugged up. Not plugged up, but I'm going from a 6-inch down to probably a 4-inch, right?
You're choked
so it's choking Yeah, it's choking itself out, right? And
Yeah, 149 square foot. Yeah, I guess that puts it in perspective. Is you can't pretty much put much in there. You know what? You should. I don't know what I would put in there. I put in my propane wood stove, my propane tank wood stove. You should go look at that. Go look at my channel. It's got over 30,000 views, which is a lot of views for any of my videos. But
what is it?
I'm gonna make propane tank wood stove.
Propane wood stove? Oh, propane tank. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to build one here. Hopefully this fall, I'll build another different ones. They're great for, anyways, I built one for Seacan I in BC there, and it got like 30,000 views, over 30,000 views or something. So,
nice.
But they're awesome. It would be bigger than the Cubic Mini, and it would be, smaller than, say, a small one that you're going to get at Kent or Home Depot or something, right? So,
yeah.
Father and Son outdoors. Andrew, welcome on board here. How's it going, guys? Yep. Okay. Father and Son outdoors. So he's one of our subscribers. You probably never heard of him either. I'll take a look at. Yeah. Okay. Same here. Kirk says same here. Same here as what? Rain. Okay. Yeah. Burning. Okay, yeah, an off-grid wannabe. He's burning sunshine. Yeah, that's good. That's good. He's burning sunshine. That's the way to do it, for sure. Matt says 3-inch pipe in a stove. That's
3-inch.
Yeah.
Keep it good and hot.
Yeah, like I said, the hotter the fire, the better. Yeah. Kirk's running a 7-inch with 2 elbows. Yeah, well, you can go too big too. I've seen that where guys are putting too big of chimneys on their stoves, and I know the guy that I bought the stove off. He said, "Size isn't everything, guys." Matt says, "Well, it depends on who you're talking to." Anyways, the guy says, "Yeah, don't put a 7-inch on this 6. If the stoves come with a 6-inch outlet, don't put a 7 because you just mess it all up. It won't work right." And truly, it's a bit of a science to the chimney, the length of chimney, the number of elbows, and
if it's not drawing enough, usually I'll add a section to it, but
like my chimney now in the shop where that stove is not drawing good enough because it's a high efficient stove and they don't draw the greatest as it is, but I'm not don't plan on leaving it there. And where it's situated right now, there's a certain wind I can't light it. It just fills the place.
Interesting.
Yeah, and that wind I get, it's rare, but you're gonna say?
Yeah. So where your stove is that going to be part of where you're living? Like, is that going to be part of your build at all?
No, that's my shop.
So you're building something completely separate to live in than that building?
Yeah, well, the cabin, the old cabin there, right? You haven't paid attention.
I thought I did.
So the white place, the 2-story thing with pieces built on the back, whatever, that's the shop. There was a guy living in that, so I turned that into a shop.
I thought downstairs was a shop and upstairs where you were going to turn into a living. There's no upstairs?
There is upstairs, but it's just full of our clothes, our storage, because we're just living in the trailer now, right, as you are, right?
So what? I remember in one of your videos, you were ripping apart up there. I thought you were taking all the stuff out to rebuild it.
That was the house. That's the cabin or the house. So that's what
You got me confused now.
Yeah, well, if you look at the drone, if you go back and look at some drone, you'll see how what's laid out, the one building, the other building, and So hang on, now I get a picture here. Hang on, I'm gonna flash a picture on here just so you can get you on the same page here.
Must have some clouds coming over. Lost you there for a sec. You back?
Yeah. Oh, let's see here. Can you see this? Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is what it was like when we first bought the place, okay?
Yeah.
So the white place up top, that's my shop.
Yeah.
Now the first black thing on the back there, that's gone. The A-frame is gone.
Yeah.
Then the very front there, the lower part, the black, that's all gone. That was, and then you see the red roof there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the red roof right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
All this on the side is gone, and this in the front, the black, because underneath this black is the other half of the red roof.
Okay.
So
That's the in-law suite.
That's the cabin. That's the house, the cabin. Now I got a floor on the front and on the side here. So yeah. Anyways,
Man, I don't recall seeing it. That's the
okay.
first I remember seeing that.
All right.
Because I thought you were upstairs above your shop building.
No.
Anyway, I'm not sure how I put that. I'm not really sure how I put that together, but that's in my brain. That's what you were doing.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay.
That's the in-law suite, Thompson. Yeah. No kidding.
Yeah. No, that's okay. Yeah. So well, you'll see when I get another couple. Next video tomorrow morning. It'll be hike. Penny and I went on, and some good. I don't know if I got some drone footage in that, but I can't remember if it shows the property and the house in that or not. But anyways, you mean up top of picture? Yeah. So up top of the picture is the shop, and on the bottom of the picture is. I guess that is a good information for another video. Yeah. Yeah, I should do.
What you should do is do a drone footage and do a voiceover because
yeah, you know what, Larry?
I don't remember seeing that building below. Honest to God.
Yeah, Larry said that too because the harbor here, like some of the hikes I've been on and stuff, is now relatively close to where we are. But maybe I'll try to do that. I'll do a
okay, so hang on. I have a question for you. Okay. How did the iceberg taste?
Iceberg.
What did it taste like? Did it taste salty or what?
No. Somebody else said that too. But actually, I got a piece of it here in the freezer yesterday. Yeah. So I was out yesterday. So okay. So the first time you saw us with the iceberg, we did actually go up and chip a piece off and taste it, but you didn't see that. I didn't film it. We're just busy going around, right? And that was it. And we didn't bring any home of that.
Hang on, before we're off subject, were you afraid of any tow or anything around it? Like, there's no big deal going close to it?
There was a little bit by shore because Holly was like, what's that water? But that's just a shore, like the bounce off the shore, like when the wave. So that's
coming back.
Yeah. So the waves are the swell from the ocean is coming from the north usually here, and or northeast we'll say, and then there's a bit of a channel, and it points northeast. Okay. So, and then I can see across the property. If I look out, I can see that there's a notch, and I can see the waves banging off the rocks over there, right? So I can tell what weather, because I got a big bunch of hills, or you might want to call them mountains or hills here in front of me, and then on the other side is the ocean.
Right.
So we're well protected that way, and I can see before I get out there what it's going to be like, right? But anyways, so we went out there, and so my point was these waves or swells are coming in, and then it kind of bounces off, and you get a little bit of a back wave, swell, whatever, right? So a little bit on one side, but that thing was stuck on bottom. It was really low, so I wasn't worried about it rolling over at that point. But yeah, I did roll over a couple of days later.
Oh, and
it's like
the whole thing just rolled, eh?
Well, I didn't see it roll, but it rolled on its side because it totally changed shape, and it stayed in here and it moved around. Because I did do a couple of shorts where it was like peekaboo or something. It moved. The tide brought it in view of this notch, and then later that day the tide moved it away from the view of this notch. Right, so
that's crazy.
So I did a short peekaboo iceberg because it was right there, like from our property. It was right in the middle of the notch. It was right around, like we were there the day before, we'll say. And then it went back and forth a couple of days, and then it actually went out. It went right out the notch and went on somewhere else. And then another one came in. So anyway, but before it went out, it rolled on its side. And I think it's in tomorrow morning's video, the drone footage of it on its side, because I heard it was still there. And I sent the drone out again, and I can see it was rolled over, and it's got some funny shapes. Anyways, I'm pretty sure it's on. Pretty sure it's tomorrow morning, or maybe next week's video. Anyways, I got it. The shape of a U or an M or whatever. And not in, but I guess an in or whatever, U.
Mhm.
And yeah, that was the same one that rolled over. And then I was out there again yesterday. And so I was out there again yesterday. Well, the night before, there were some like bergy bits, though, like I'll say boat size, like, speedboat size ice floating in the harbor here.
Right.
And I couldn't get out that evening. I was too busy doing stuff. So I went out yesterday and I found 3 of them. And then the first one I stopped and chipped a piece off, and I got it on video. I don't know if you saw the short where I actually tasted it, bit it on video. I did a short there. And then I took another chunk of that one and put it in the boats. And then when I was done, because it's like 28 degrees here yesterday, so you can hear that thing crackling as it's melting. Like it was just really popping because it was so warm. But it was right on the beach, right on the shore. And it was probably the size of my boat, like that, 12, 14 feet and probably 6 feet thick down through or whatever. So I tasted that one again, another one. Anyway, it just tastes like regular ice, unfortunately. I can't.
Nothing spectacular, just ice.
I just can't. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to make up something.
It's pretty cool though. So that's common to come in every year.
Last year I can't remember. Last year I don't think we had many, or if any. No. We weren't here, Holly says, but we were this time. We didn't leave last year, so we left the property week into June. So another week we were still here. So yeah, it's a good year. Last year I think it was a low year. So, but I mean, overall over the years, yeah, it's common, right? Yeah. Overall, Iceberg Alley, like that's it's called. You put in Iceberg Alley in Google and you'll see Twilling 8 Newfoundland. Basically, that's because we're in Notre Dame Bay is where we are, right? We're part of Notre Dame Bay, which is. If you look at the Labrador Current, comes down and follows. I'm backwards, so I can't show you. But Labrador Current comes down from the tip of Newfoundland and comes down south, and then it swings east, right? And then we're kind of right in the bottom of that flow, and that's the Notre Dame Bay. So we're about I'll say 10, 20 miles out of the actual heavy flow, probably. So, but you get ice going all different directions depending on the wind, right? So we've had a lot of northerly wind. Tundra and Time. Hello, everyone. Hello. Never heard of you before. Is that a YouTube? Is that one of your subscribers?
Yeah, they're up in Alaska. Great.
Okay, cool.
Awesome channel. Check them out.
Yeah, I will.
Actually, they just knew they had a channel and they just kind of like the name change.
Oh, just that's a new name?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm going to write this down because I'll forget and then it'll probably be all gone. Tundra and Time. Yeah.
Okay. Who has questions? Ask away.
Matt Mouse, yeah. Hey, Matt Mouse here, yeah. Cool, yeah. So the iceberg thing is, I wish I had my bigger boat in the water because there was a big one out there yesterday. I did another short on that with Penny up at the front of the boat and the iceberg in the background. I was probably about within a half a kilometer, say, from it. And my little 12-foot John boat. 12-foot John boat. I didn't want to risk it, but my other boat, my boat I go fishing in, but I haven't had that in the water yet this year, and I don't like putting that in the water unless I got help just to pull the trailer out and whatever, like 2 of us at least, right? So
yeah,
because when I go fishing, there's always 2 of us. So I would have went out and done a spin around that one, get some closer. So maybe next year I won't be so busy, and we'll get some more.
yeah, right. I've been saying that for 40 years. Maybe next year I won't be so busy. Have you started? No. My plan is I have to go to Abbotsford next Friday. When I get back, I plan on starting the cabin build.
So is that
next weekend?
Is that at the walls? Is that like a lock together, like similar to Matt Mouse's?
it's going to look identical. It's the same thing, just different company. It comes from overseas.
So is those pieces, are they like 3 pieces laminated together to form a tongue and groove? No,
it's one piece of wood,
shaped or whatever.
grooved, yeah. Yeah, like this cabin cost me $23,000. It was cheap. Like I don't know where else you buy a cabin for $23,000. It's insane, right?
Yeah, those
packaged. But no, so I haven't started it. Truth be told, I should have started it last week, but this last month, man, I'm tired. I don't want to start this cabin with a bogged up head, if that makes any sense. Honestly, I'll tell you what I've been doing. I packed my side by side all day today. I'm getting out of here. I'm taking off. I'm going into the bush camping for the next 3 or 4 days, just to get away from here, just to clear my head. Because when I start building that, I don't want to mess it up, and because you know what it is when you're tired and you've been going. Plus, I'm funding this whole property out of my pocket, and I'm trying not to burn my savings. So I've taken on a bunch of jobs too. Repair jobs, masonry jobs. So I've been trying to work maybe like 2 days a week plus do this place. My buddy lent me an excavator. That's what next week's video is. All of a sudden he's shutting down his company. He's like, you've got a week with my excavator and that's it. And septic, water lines. I literally sat in an excavator for 53 hours. Under 5 days, daylight to dark. No kidding. And I have the most respect for people who do excavation. I'm telling you, you may be sitting down, but that is a hell of a job, man. I'm telling you,
stressing them on.
And you really have to know 53 hours. I had so many projects to do, and he's like, I picked it up on a Friday. I was up at Sun Peaks. That's where I picked it up. And he's like, you have to have it back here next Friday. But he didn't tell me that at the time. So I picked it up Friday, and he sends me a text message on Monday. By the way, don't forget this comes back. I need this back Friday. And I'm like, what are you serious? So I was like, no choice. And to get and I'm not experienced, right? This is the second time I've sat in this. So just to get my water from here over to there was 250 feet. And I had nothing. I had no pipe. I had just flat out, let's go and get it. So yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah.
So I'm just packing up, going fishing, making a video, and that's it. And when I come back, and like I said, I have to go to Abbotsford next week because my brother-in-law is retiring. So I really don't want to drive there. But anyway, so I'll be back. I'm driving down there Friday morning. I'm back Friday night, and Saturday I'm starting the cabin. So sorry, really long answer, but
yeah, no, that's awesome. I know what you mean, because that's why I do like done a big chunk on the floor now the last couple of days. Now I need a break from that, so I'm going to something else. So that's how I get or when the weather's nice here, I was like, yeah, I got to go on boat, and the boat goes in the water. We go for a ride, and I burn a little bit of gas, and back and forth the bay a little bit, and do whatever, and that's my whatever, right? So
yeah. It is a long time in a machine, man. Honestly, I jump in that thing at 8 a.m, and there's a couple nights you'll see it.
Yep.
I jumped out at dark, and I was backfilling one night in the dark, and I'm like, well, it's leaving tomorrow. No choice. I'm not doing this by hand.
Gotta go. Yeah, that's right. So, you gotta make hay with it for sure.
That's it. So
yeah, I bounce around doing different jobs. That's how I just keep motivated, I guess, is whatever.
Funny, the hot tub is fired up. I fired it up today for the first time in a week.
Oh,
I've got a wood burning hot tub, so it's just it's out in the field.
Okay, I plan on building one sometime, but That'll be down the road.
Yeah.
I just finishing trying to. So that's this week. I got to try to finish the outdoor shower.
Hey, that's pretty skookum. I seen that short. That's all. No, it wasn't a short. It was in one of your videos. I saw that shower. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was short. I think.
Yeah.
Well,
Awesome build. Yeah.
Not finished yet. It's running, but I just got a couple little things and put the curtains in.
Your well pump. How far? How deep? You're like 160 feet down. Yeah, very similar to mine. So what size pump you putting in? What are you putting in for a pump?
1/2 inch red line, 1/2 inch. Sorry, 1/2 horsepower, 110. Oh.
Where did you go? Oh, what did I do here? Oh, there you go.
Matt Mouse, what's the biggest challenge renovating the cabin so far? That's a question for me, I think. What do you say, Holly? The garbage. Oh, well, Holly says the garbage. There's a lot of garbage to clean up. I mean, we're still steady. But the biggest challenge is yet to come. It's the roof truss on the old cabin. I'm going to salvage and I'm going to build off of that. I'm not going to tear off the old roof, start over. So that's a challenge there. I'll figure out how I'm going to do it and what I'm going to do with. So, yeah. Anyways, that's yet to come. I think that's the biggest challenge there. Jacking it up and stuff I thought was going to be a challenge, but I actually enjoyed that. That's the most I've done jacking and stuff, and I actually had fun doing that, and it went very well. But even though the first time I put the jack on there, I shifted it like 3 inches back on one side or something, or the jack was straight and the cabin was so light it just went poop.
Over.
Anyways,
yeah. Interesting.
So mainly off grid. Okay, that's another one I never heard of. That must be one of your. Actually, I did hear that name before. We're unaware, but I've never looked them up. Mainly off grid. Oh, Maine. Oh, that's Maine spelt with an E there. So that must be down in the states, Maine, the state of Maine, I guess.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Cool. Yeah. So okay, you're starting to put some walls.
What's going on with your well, your water? When does that happen? Or are you waiting for the cabin?
Yeah. So the biggest thing with the water well was to get it so I could get the pitless adapter in and get the line trenched in underneath the floor before the floor got down. That was my big panic getting that in there. My other well, my surface well, I call it, it's only like 6 feet in the ground, groundwater I get. That's good yet. We've had lots of moisture so far. And that's good. I'm good till probably another month before that starts going dry or getting down. So I got about a month to get the pump in the hole, basically. So now I got the floor done there. I can run a couple lines and I get the pump and the tank situated pretty quick.
The floor's the hard part, honestly. Yeah. Okay, so hang on. We have some questions here. Okay, both of you guys, what direction do you see your channels going in the next 2 years? Okay.
Well, I just dreamed to be big like you.
Big like me. Okay.
So you're like 16,000, and we're like 1,500, not even 1,500. So,
yeah. But when you look at your okay, you put a video out and then you look at your analytics. Okay, great. You have 16,000 viewers. So then, but 74% are not subscribed. So how does this work? You know what I mean? Like, so every video, it's bizarre to me. Okay, I got 60. Wouldn't you think if somebody subscribed to your channel every week, they would, I get it. But to me, it's bizarre. Anyway, my plan is, so all my life I've owned a business. My plan is to run this YouTube channel like a business. I'm going to grow it and hopefully maybe use it as my retirement. That's my goal anyway. Is that reality? And the reason for that, I mentioned before, I had a video that hit I think it's, what is it, 230,000 views, and every week I get a massive some days, some weeks that video does better than my weekly video. So when you see what you can earn off of that, it lit a fire under my butt. So I've been collaborating with a bigger channel for probably 3 months now, and he's been kind of guiding me a little bit. I don't want to mention his name right now because I've never asked permission, but he's kind of guiding me a little bit, and he's got like a million followers. So that's the plan. But maybe YouTube has different plans for me. I don't know, but we'll just keep putting them out there and see what happens. So, but
yeah,
I made one of the biggest mistakes, and that was part of my name change. I made a huge mistake about 2 years ago. I started doing tons of shorts that didn't contain anything. The content with my shorts and the content with my long videos were completely different. So I drew in, man, there was like, when I was putting out shorts, like within minutes, 1,000 views, or, it was insane. I think I have a short that's like 20,000 views or something, but so it hurt me because my short content was not the same as my channel. So I had a ton. That's where a lot of these subscribers came from.
Right.
So I look at it as it hurt me because, okay, so here's a good example. So in the last 2 weeks, I've lost, 30 subscribers. Now in the last 2 days, since the cabin, I've gained 25. So it kind of balances out. But so you're losing, you're gaining. So that's why I stopped doing shorts.
Right.
If you're going to do shorts, make sure your shorts represent what you do on your big videos, right?
Yeah.
So that's what hurt me, I think. So I don't know, but anyway,
our shorts, or my shorts, are real life, what's going on, and then in a couple of weeks you'll see a more in-depth video. So I'm hoping that's on the right track.
Hang on a sec. I made the same mistake. Made 3 shorts. My grandkid, and that's the thing. So here, so I put that short out about this live tonight. Yeah, it did okay. I think 1,000 views or something like that. Wasn't too bad, but again, it was more about the channel. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But I'd like to do more shorts. I don't have time. I barely right now have time to edit videos because I'm also working to fund. Unfortunately, excavators aren't cheap. My buddy gave me a really good deal, but insulation. The insulation for that floor was $750. Just the insulation. It's insane.
Yeah.
So building materials. I'm really looking forward to getting on my mill, but for my build, everything is engineered and everything has to be as per drawings, right? So I can't veer. I can't add anything other than what's specified, right? So
that sucks.
And then out here with the permits, I had the septic field. That's insanity too. Just to get somebody to draw up a septic field, to clear it through the governing body, just for the drawings, was $2,200.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I've built 5 septic fields that work just as good, but they're not certified, right?
No. Yeah, it's around here to get power on a piece of property, you're looking at 20 grand, and then the power part of it would be another 10. So you can easily piss away $30,000. You take a piece of land and have power and septic on it. Yeah, for sure. I see Pat and Andrea in the house.
What was it? What was that Matt and Mo said? If subs don't watch the long from the videos, it doesn't help. I hear it. Yeah, it's so. I don't find shorts. Yeah. So who said that? Yeah, shorts.
Did Holly name the pig? No, the pig is named. The pig is named Bacon 1.
Delicious.
The next pig.
You should have called him Delicious.
The next pig, Bacon 2.
Yeah, nice.
Next pig after that, Bacon 3.
I commented on your video today. delicious.
Yes. You know what? So I didn't have plan on being. I had someone to come over today to check on him, and he knocked over the water twice. So he's a little bugger, I tell you. I don't know, and he doesn't want to. You know, he's afraid of you. They get away. Like it's not. Yeah, something different. It's not like a dog at all.
Yeah. Hang on, Matt Mouse. I want to read this one. I had really, you know what, Matt. You guys, this last video that I put out last week, I'm probably 14 hours into editing. It drove me crazy.
Oh yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
So
well, see, I gotta say, I think I got the editing. I can bang out a video. I can bang out a video in easily a couple hours. Easily, I can do quicker sometimes. Like this one coming tomorrow morning. Yeah, I'd say within less than 2 hours, I had it complete. But so I don't spend too much time doing that because you can. I know.
So
almost often grandma says, editing. She edits nothing. So there you go. So
yeah. My problem is I'm a terrible speaker. So when I start watching this, like, oh my god, do you know how much time I spent editing out the stupid things I say?
I say anyways, and so a million times. I know, and I just can't. Anyway, what I do a lot of times I do cut it and I get that out of there. Because I spend a ton
of time doing that. I'm not gonna lie, right?
Yeah. You're faster than me editing. Yeah, like I said, it's not, and the editing, you'll get better at the filming too, because you're saying, okay, I want this piece, I want to film this, and then there's only a little bit on the beginning and the end or something you might have to chop, and that's it, right? But I don't I watch old guy on a bike, and he's got 3-4 cameras going for like hours at a time. Like his editing must be nuts. Because
that's another thing too. I have generally 3 cameras going at a time. But there's a reason for this. So this winter, go back to my last. I've been getting lots of comments. People want longer videos from me, and they want more detailed. So I'm not getting rid of this footage. What I am going to do is like the cabin build. I have a camera just for time lapse. So I'm going to do a time lapse from start to finish. I'm also going to do a time lapse. I was planning on doing one for like the whole year that I've been here a year, June, whatever it was, June 15th, a year. I was going to do the process of that, just no time to edit it, but I have all this footage.
Oh, foot, and you froze. Are you still there? Did he freeze on everybody, or is it just me?
I'm back.
Oh, you're back? Yeah, there you go.
Back. Anyway,
and you froze.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make longer. I have over, almost 25 hours worth of footage of just that floor. And I'm going to do longer videos, and I'll put them in a different category if people want to watch longer videos, right?
Okay, so back to your floor. What are you doing now? Protect it? Like you got insulation there. You got bare plywood. What is it protected anyway? What are you doing with it?
I have a massive tarp over it right now. Like it poured here all day. Like I mean,
like that. I wouldn't say the plywood, but the insulation is what I'm worried about.
Oh yeah, me too. No, I've got it covered, and I've got some 2x sawhorses under there.
So now, when you rip that off to put your walls up, how do you protect that? Like you're putting your wall half up, and then it starts to rain. Like how do you gonna mitigate that?
It's a weather thing too. I've been watching the weather like crazy. But this tarp could actually cover the whole. It's a crazy size tarp. It's 50 by 50. The tarp is huge. If I had to, I could cover the whole job.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Matt's got to go, or Matt Mouse. So
yeah. Thanks, guys, for stopping in.
Taking part. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the scary part for me about that installation. You should. Well, you probably should have waited before you did that to get a roof on the place. But you can't.
You
You
can't
couldn't do
because
it the way you did it. Yeah, you put the.
you have to have it right, like it. But and it's all time management because I'm doing jobs too, right? So I can't. And I just picked up a few more, so it's kind of get that done, and then when I have 2 or 3 days, then I'll go hard on the cabin, right?
Yeah, I like the way I got boards. I'm just using boards on my floor and boards on the roof, so it can rain out of the Evans, and it's just boards. They'll dry out real quick, and but yeah, I'm not going to put anything on the floor on top of that until at least I got the roof on the place and shingled and stuff. So
yeah.
But
yeah, see this my building. This isn't what you saw. That's not the floor. That'll never be seen again. The cabin build has its own floor in it.
Really? So is there space between that and the floor?
No. So the kit comes with a floor, and it's 1.5 inches boards.
Okay.
And in between, I'm going to be putting 1.5 inches rigid insulation. So that plywood will never be seen again. It's gone.
Oh, so that's a wicked floor. All that with the insulation, the plywood, the rigid insulation, and then the boards, is it?
Well, so for me to get a permit, I had to have see out here in BC, you have to hire an energy advisor. They tell you what you need for insulation. Yeah, so that was actually another $3,000 I had to spend on this. No joke.
That's
so
fucking crazy, man.
The floor, for me to pass and get the proper depth, I had to have 10 inches of insulation, or 28. So here's the kicker, though, and I haven't figured out how I'm going to cheat on this. I'm not really cheat. The walls, I have to add 2x6 to the outside of this cabin and add 6 inches of insulation to it too. But I'm not really going to say this out loud, but that's probably not going to happen.
So,
but I didn't say that.
The wall consists of the log or the log that's shaped, right?
Yeah. So in the permitting world, this is not known to mankind. They don't recognize it. So I'm not traditional wood frame, and I'm not a log cabin.
Oh my
God. Yeah, it's been a process, man. But
almost off-grid grandma. She said, "Do you see what she said about up above there?" So anyway, I think I can see where she said, "You're not a terrible speaker." She's praising you up there, buddy.
Who's breaking up? What? Who? What?
She's praising you up. Almost off-grid grandma. Maybe loosen up a bit, she said.
Did you see what I said? No, sorry, just.
She's gone back to she's been talking about editing and your filming or your recording, I guess. Yeah, so sorry, I'm just
okay, hold on. You don't sound like a terrible speaker. Well, I am. I catch myself saying stuff. It's like, oh my goodness.
I did too. It's hard to.
You get to see the edit. You get to see the edited part.
Yeah.
That's why it sounds good. Because I edited all that shenanigans out.
There's way too much government overreach. Yes, regulated to death. I'm just thinking the other day, we're talking about the new government we got and everything. Can't wait to get in Parliament and all these new things to pass. It's just more laws. What's another law? It's another clamp down on our freedom. As simple as that.
God.
It's crazy.
That's 50% of the reason I'm doing this. What I'm doing.
Yeah.
I want my own water.
Doing this where I am because and then I forgot to mention, there's no permits where I'm building, and guess what? There's no property tax. There's no property tax.
You keep rubbing that in, eh?
There's no property tax. That's it.
That's funny. No. Actually, so you want to hear something funny? My property tax on my last house in Kamloops what was it? It was like $6,000 a year. I got my bill. I picked up my bill the other day. What was it? I think it was like $800. I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. Plus I can apply for some discount or whatever too. So I'll take that all day long over $6,000. It's insanity, man.
The last bigger house I had in Nova Scotia with my ex-wife, it was like over 4,000. It was like $4,200. That's like 10 years ago.
Yeah, and that's Nova Scotia, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then on the outskirts, like it was out in Lance, it was out away from the city. So it's like
Lance. Yeah. It's funny to talk because I grew up like 45 minutes from there in Antigonish.
Oh, okay. Yes, that's right. Yeah. Well, that's where we were living in New Glasgow, Holly and I, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm glad I'm living where we are. Not have to pay. We pay $200, $190 to be exact, for garbage pickup. And that's all we pay to anybody.
Really?
Other than
that's it.
Hour, right?
That's a year or month?
Year. $190 for garbage pickup for a year. And up until recently, I've been burning everything. I just burn it and throw away the cans. I'll dig a hole and bury the cans or whatever, right? But we start putting a bit of garbage to the curb now, See if we're paying for
overreach. Trust me, there's a lot of overreach going on.
Overreach. Don't say that, Brian. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's the best kept secret Newfoundland on the outskirts. It's
so I'm thinking how can I get all my crap over there?
Yeah, and that's not just the place I was like. It's all over Newfoundland. It's like that. Like it's crazy. Yeah. We have some townships in Ontario called organized TWP. I forget what that means. And they have
okay, hold on. Whereabouts in Ontario? Because I lived there for a lot of years too. I lived in Etobicoke for a lot of years.
Off-grid wannabe talking about Ontario organization. TWP, town something. I don't know what that means. The acronym. And they have no services. They will contribute probably 100% over last year.
100% last year. That's nice.
Oh wow,
nice of them.
Yeah, that's in New Brunswick. Yes, everywhere in Canada they have counties or townships or what's their name on them out west? Counties, I guess. Municipal districts, right? Yeah. So every piece of property, every piece of crown land everywhere is built into something, right? Here in Newfoundland, it's not. You got individual towns, and then you got places like this that's not even a town. It's just a community. Unofficial community, never established, never incorporated, or nothing. And the government paves the road down here, and mind you, it's not a very good pavement. There's a lot of potholes in it right now, and they plow it, and it doesn't cost us anything. So that's yeah.
Okay.
TWP, short for township. Yeah, sorry, I should.
Yeah. Prairie Sound. It's a nice place. I like it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and they're catching up since COVID in New Brunswick. Sounds like so that's
they're catching up. Don't worry, they will catch up and some.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. You'll bring everybody to Newfoundland. That's what Holly says, Pat. Don't tell anybody about the situation because everybody will want to be here. It's pretty good. And I'll wreck it, Holly says. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Pat. So Pat and Andrea, do you know them or?
I don't know.
Okay, so they're a channel very similar to us here in Newfoundland. Pat's actually from Quebec, Summers, but he's Newfoundlander now. He's got a Newfoundland woman there and lives here. Been here for quite a while. We just met him actually recently in St. John. So great people. Yeah.
Pat
and Andrea outdoors. Yeah, you got a cabin. Most of his videos are about fishing, hunting, and actually he went to Africa, hunting in Africa, which was crazy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you should see those. Check those out. Really good, really interesting. And he's got a cabin he built. He's a really good carpenter. Nice. And built a cabin and just working around the cabin. I think they're planning for some fishing trip over the summer here or a bunch of fishing. That's why I don't know how I stumbled on them, but that's what they were doing, going across the island, catching the salmon rivers and stuff, and camping at the park and stuff. And I just kept following them. Yeah,
I have to check that out. Yeah, I'm a big hunter, huge hunter. I actually I have a buddy that comes out from Ontario. I just got, for the third year in a row, I just got my license for him to come out and I can guide him. We were chasing elk through the mountains last year. Man, I chased this one elk for 4 days, and I finally caught up to him. 4 days, man. This guy screamed at me for
Wounded
4 days, bugling. He was bugling at me, but he wouldn't come in. And then they're a funny animal, man. But anyway, I finally just my last day, I'm like, oops, let's go. I went after him. So
Diane says, "Great chat, guys. Thank you, Diane." I don't know whose subscriber you are, or if you're a subscriber. Please subscribe to both of us.
I know, Diane. Yeah. Don't forget, subscribe to this channel. Great chat, guys. Okay.
Questions, comments, anybody? I don't know how many. I'm trying to think now if I can see how many we got on the chat here. Or
I don't know. I don't guide. It's just for a buddy of mine. I just do it so he can come out and hunt elk. I enjoy hunting too much to guide.
Yeah, I just there's a new somebody just bought a place locally here, and they own a lodge. They own a lodge not too far away from here, so I did throw around the idea of guiding in a couple of years, and he was all for it. So we'll see what happens there.
So I enjoy hunting too much because that just puts too much stress, because you know what, they're paying a lot of money, and if you don't get it, I know a guide, and like, man, the guy is always stressed out, right? Yeah. But
well, that's why it's called hunting, right? And like my father used to say,
sounds good. Come on out.
It's just
you want to come to northern BC? Let's go, man. I leave September. When am I leaving? I'm leaving September. Oh man, the 10th or something, and I won't be back for a month, maybe 2. I do not set an end date. Never. I'll be back when I'm back.
Yeah. Oh, 10. Okay, I see it now. Up here, we got 10 viewers, 10 live viewers.
Okay.
Yeah. Hope you enjoy making videos. As truth as most people don't make it in the money area. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not making any money of any sort, and that's not really in my plans. If it happens, it happens. It's not really what we started for, but whatever. I guess if someone becomes famous based on what you're doing, great. If it don't, well, then you just keep doing why you keep doing it for the same reason you started it for, I guess.
That's it. Yeah. Sure. The end goal is to try. If
the animal,
you get there. If you don't, you don't. But you know what? As dumb as this may sound, I really enjoy editing. Being a bricklayer all my life, the fact that I can actually sit down and edit a video and do all that, I love it.
I really got on to that too. A few years back, because I was playing around with this lawn before I put it, because I was rebuild the old bike, and then but when I got serious about it and consistent was when we started the sailboat stuff, right?
Yep.
And then I was doing it like twice a week. I was putting 2 videos in a week, and went from like a 15-20 minute video up to a 30 minute. So I don't know if that's better or worse. I guess longer video for sure.
Depends on the video, right?
Yeah, that's right. Every video is a story, so it depends on what that story's about. Will determine the length of it, I guess.
When I make videos too, it's what I'm doing. It's not just some made up thing. It's okay. So like, I've been packing my side by side for all day today. I really need to get out of here. I just need to get away from the property and go have fun. So, and it's going to make a great video, probably, hopefully. But it's just what I'm doing. It's not because I want to make a video. It's because that's what I like to do, right? So,
what part of Newfoundland are you in? I think she means there. Diane, yeah, we're on the north coast. North coast of Maine, of Newfoundland, near Grand Falls, Windsor. North of that. about an hour and a half from Grand Falls, Windsor, around the coast.
Hello.
What editing programs are you guys using? I use iMovie. It's free and I love it.
Me too. That's what I use. I edit everything on my iPad.
Okay, I do it on the thing here on the laptop or the computer, but yeah, I love it. It's all I need. Does way more, and I did use some.
You don't need any more. I tried these programs that are paid. Waste of money.
Yeah, I tried to Resolve whatever 18, Resolve 16, or whatever else called, and all the other ones. I tried them all, but it's just too much. It took too much time.
Too many. The more gadgets you have to figure around with, it's not necessary.
I use Footnote too, which is a Apple program for like dressing up. Like for instance, on my videos, arrow comes in with like and subscribe up in one corner.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what is that called? Footnote.
Footnote. I did that on Footnote.
Interesting. Never heard of Footnote.
Footnote. It's on every Apple. It's a free. It's a presentation application.
You must have to download it, do you?
Nope. It's on. Footnote. You go into your, programs or whatever it is. There, it's all there.
Interesting. Final Cut Pro.
Final Cut Pro, yeah. But like I said, it's like $200 or $300 for that. I think a one-time fee.
I used it. They sent me like a free month or something. Lots of gadgets in that. Lots of gadgets in there to use. For sure.
There, I think that's what Animal Kingdom is asking there. I am really surprised the Newfoundland has such warm climate zones. Such warm climate zones. I don't know if he's serious there or
where was that?
Off-grid wannabe.
I don't see that.
He probably is serious because we can grow some stuff here, but I don't know. My my greenhouse is warm. So yeah, it's all relative, I guess. Perspective on that comment, I guess. But yeah, Footnote is a good. And what else did I use Footnote for? Oh yeah, that our new merch. It comes in Star Creations. It comes in and it kind of does a twist and whatever. You can do all kinds of. Anyway, that's done on there too. And
I've never, man. I'm a big Apple person. I've never heard of Footnote. Interesting.
I'm just gonna double check here now.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there. I've used some of these editing programs have too much. You can get caught up in this, and then next thing you know, something that should take you an hour takes you 3 hours. Oh, Sophie, where are you going? Okay,
I'll just
Zone 4. Yeah, I think I'm
okay.
Zone
So
4
he's talking about we're in Zone 4, Central Ontario. Okay, and what's Newfoundland? I don't know. I have no idea. I don't look at.
I think I'm in Zone 4 too.
I don't know. I have no idea what Newfoundland is. Fillmore, well, Larry is Android, so that's why he knows nothing about iMovie. So I feel sorry for people that don't use iMovie.
I'm just starting to get serious about growing food. I just built a greenhouse.
I knew your channel, also trying to do more on YouTube. So any device is great. I am from Canada, however, I just moved South America 2 years ago. Wow. Guess you folks don't grow much food. It's okay. Yeah, there's lots of like root vegetables, right? Potatoes and carrots and beets and rhubarb. It's lots of that stuff around here. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got that or used to.
I put a serious garden in this year, and it's actually doing pretty good. I have onion. Man, my onions are this tall already. It's crazy.
Okay, well, we put in a garden in the greenhouse, but they're just coming to the ground so far.
Yeah. My carrots, I'll be eating carrots probably in 3 weeks.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. This greenhouse is crazy, man. Everything's been, it's going very well.
Yeah, you just built that.
Yeah. Actually, I have peppers. I've been trying to grow peppers for 4 years. This year, they're all about that high.
Really?
It's amazing. Greenhouse is the way to go.
Sorry, I'm just I made a mistake on the name of that. It's not called Footnote. It's called Keynote.
Keynote.
Yeah, I didn't feel comfortable. I was like, I told you Footnote, but I was like, yeah, I gotta double check that because it's been a while since I used it. Because I use a different one now for I use TubeBuddy for my thumbnails, but I
Yeah.
use Footnote
Too
all
bad.
the time for that for thumbnails for put like
Uh,
colored lettering and stuff. You can Footnote for that as well.
yeah.
You just
I
take a
put in.
picture, you throw a picture in there, and you can just do whatever with it, right? And then
Oh
you
yeah.
just save that and throw it in as your thumbnail. So I
Hmm.
use that for all the sailing stuff. So Keynote.
Interesting.
Sorry, I made a mistake there. Here, someone asked me
Keynotes.
about that.
I'll have to look at that.
Keynotes. Keynote. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Animal Kingdom. I'm same thing. I'm trying to figure things out. I needed a greenhouse to get things started here, but I'm working on some beds right now to get. I have some potatoes in outside and some beds, but I've got 4 more to build, so it's just time. I
So
need.
he's in Africa or South America. I put in a greenhouse. I wouldn't think you need a greenhouse in South America, but in this climate. Okay, so it must be somewhere it's not real warm, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe rainy or something. Interesting.
Yeah, so Larry says he used Filmora, but there are too many options. Yes, thanks, Larry. But yeah, now Larry, I can't make those fancy blow up things you do all the time. Your shorts and stuff. We can't do that in an iMovie, but you know.
Filmora. I've never heard of Filmora, but check that
Yeah,
out.
I've heard of. I tried they got a free one, but it's got watermark on it. So I tried it just to see.
Oh yeah.
I found it too cumbersome. See, we don't have like nice black soil. It's like clay sand. Yeah, yeah. We're
Yeah.
more gravelly, sandy here and stuff, right?
Same here. Like I
I just
couldn't
took
find anything
I,
here.
I just took
Everything had to be in a
gravel,
bed.
pile of dirt that was up beside the shop, the white shop. There was a pile there. I thought it was a pile of rocks. When I dug into it with the mini excavator, I was like, "Oh, this is nice soil." So I took that, put it in the greenhouse, and that's what we're trying to grow in. I got no fertilizer. I just picked up fertilizer today, so that's why, like, what we got is just coming through the ground now, right? But anyways, we use greenhouses here because it gets way too hot, so we have to ease the sun blazing right on the plants. Oh, really? Greenhouse? Oh, wow! I've never heard of using the greenhouse to tone it down, I guess. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, maybe put some shade. Interesting.
Yeah.
That's there in ground. Yeah, I couldn't put anything in the ground here. It's all sand and gravel. There's this much of soil. There's nothing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, sand and gravel, like potatoes will grow in that stuff, like root
Yeah.
vegetables,
Yeah. I know.
beets, even carrots
Yeah.
will grow in that stuff.
Interesting.
He likely uses shade cloth. Yeah.
Yeah.
All my plants are in the ground. Yeah. Okay.
Actually, so I'm trying to think about because my greenhouse on a day like 20 degrees, it's 40 degrees in there. So I'm thinking about putting plywood on the roof of it and putting my solar panels up there. Because
Yeah.
it's we're gonna hit in the 30s here, so it's gonna get way too hot for sure.
I wouldn't put panels up on any roof because you're dealing with snow in wintertime. It's just
Yeah.
it's just I just made a greenhouse from an old car tent. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, it gets 55 here. Oh wow. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I complain about the cold
Interesting.
sometimes, but last week here it's been like shirt and coverall weather, no flies. It's like
Mhm.
6, 8, 10 degrees. Man, that's working weather, man.
Yeah,
That
perfect.
is perfect. 55. Don't really put me in the mood of working 55 degrees. Doing anything. running from the sun.
The other day we were 33 here, and I literally put a fire on today.
Yeah,
it's insane.
Well, it was 28 here yesterday, and now we come. Like I left Gander with Holly, and it was pretty good. And we got here, it was like 6. Now it's raining. Yeah, it's up and down, right? I know last year we were here until like the first week of June before we left to go sailing, and there was 5 and 6 degree days first week of June, right?
Yeah.
So
where I'm at, I get weird weather here. I'm still trying to figure this place out. So I'm at the intersection of 3 valleys. So like in the mountains here, my neighbors, I can easily get 6 feet of snow, no problem. And I would say last year we had a weird winter. We had tons of snow, but it would rain after behind it, right? Like, so if the accumulation had stuck around, then we'd probably would have had about 4 to 5 feet. So what do we got going on here? Animal Kingdom, freezing.
Newfoundland weather, yes, Pat. It's crazy. It can be crazy for sure. YouTube random comment picker on your laptop. How do you download it? I am literally when it comes to computer. Illiterate when it comes to computer. I did that once, and I think I just Googled it, found it, and there was a link to connect it or something like that. That's all I can remember about it, Kirk, right now. Have you, Thompson, have any experience with that?
No.
Oh, yeah. So I just found one. I forget what the name was. And it's a link. I'm pretty sure you got to highlight the link of your video that you want the comments from, and you drop it into the box on this comment picker page, and it does, and then it does it all. Yeah.
Okay. So hang on. So what does that do? What is that for?
If you're picking a name for a prize or something on one of your videos.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what he's asking.
Let me see.
YouTube random comment picker on a laptop. How do you download it? I don't know if you actually need to download the actual thing. Don't miss the snow. Sandy Hall, high northeast coast, and it's growing zone 4A, as Google says. Northeast coast. Northeast coast of where? Is that Newfoundland or?
I think that's up here.
Up there, okay. Northeast coast of Canada.
Northeast coast of BC, I believe.
Is that one of your subscribers? Do you recognize the name? I don't.
I think so. I don't miss the snow. I love the snow. Truthfully, I love to see it come, and I love to see it go.
Yeah. See, so you actually get 4 seasons, right? Fairly even. Oh, northeast coast of Newfoundland. There we go. Well, welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Hope you subscribe to our channels and please comment.
Yeah.
Going to 4A. Yeah, I had no idea what the numbers on the growing parts were here. So, but yeah, so in Newfoundland is very different than I've lived in BC or in Alberta for 20 years, and of course here. So, very different. Our winters are very short, and summer is very short because we're not going to get summer here till July,
right.
And then by the middle to the end of August, it's going the other way. If it's late starting in July, it'll be late. You'll probably get 6-8 weeks at the most. Probably have what I call summer, nice weather almost every day. Because June, you can have some horrible weather in June, especially on the north, up at St. Anthony and those places. I've been up there, and anyways, but the ocean, right, dictates that. The ocean keeps the weather colder as it's trying to warm up, and then of course when it's going the other way, it's when you're getting minus 30, we're still getting plus degree temperatures because we're surrounded by the ocean, right?
Yeah.
So you know how that works, but so very different. Our spring and fall are really long, right? Because fall starts in September, and you don't call winter till January, probably, right? So,
January. We start.
We don't get any snow now. Like it used to be, like right around Christmas and New Year's. Just after Christmas, bang! Now you're in the snowmobile season. Well, now it's more like the middle of January or maybe even February before you get enough snow to go snowmobiling. So it's getting later all the time. Seems like it takes
we had a really early snowfall last year. It was it was a wet snow.
I remember taking my kid out trick-or-treating in October, and it's winter pretty much. You know what I mean? Like
we definitely get snow in October.
Snowsuit on, right, in Fort McMurray.
Yeah.
But here, like it could be a nice sunny day. We out and boat and go over on the beach and have a fire. Like you know what I mean? In October, easily, right? Yeah, for sure. 11. We haven't broke 11 people. 11.
I'm actually trying. I'm trying to send some people. I keep getting emails on how to, and I'm sharing the link to your channel. Everybody.
Yeah, we got to do it on your channel. You're the big YouTuber here. We got to do it on your channel. You got to download StreamYard. Let's see here. Hey guys, love this chat you guys are doing. Already subscribe, watch all your videos. I live on the Bayvert pin, not far from you. Yes, Bayvert. Yeah, I used to date a woman in Lassie, so I know, and I work with a lot of guys in Bayvert over the years.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Miners down there, yeah.
I've already subscribed. Thanks. Yeah, appreciate the subs, guys.
Yeah. Oh, now we got 12. Okay.
I've got like 10, 15 emails here. Everybody's trying to figure out how to get that. Everybody's looking on my channel for the link.
Link on your channel, yeah.
So hang on a sec. So I put it on my Facebook page, the link. Anyway, I just sent it to them, so we'll see what happens here.
Okay, right on.
Yeah.
I just flip over.
Holy man. Where did an hour and a half go?
I know. I just let's see here.
Okay, Pat. Yeah, you're gonna get views later after. Yeah, a lot of people actually. So when I put out the notice that we were late today, I had a ton of people saying that they'd catch it tomorrow too. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. Right on, cool. Golden moments. I'm sitting quietly here, but following along with the chat. Great stuff, fellows. Yeah, right on. Larry's good, great guy. Cassandra, Kakar, Knight. She's done.
When's the next bike adventure? Okay, so actually, that's another thing I planned this week. This summer. I'm going on a bike trip for 5 or 7 days.
Where are you seeing that? Is that an email to you, or because I don't see it on the chat here?
No, I'm talking to Goldwings.
Oh, you're asking him when's the next bike venture?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I don't think he's doing one this summer. I think he's taking a little break.
So I bought the KLR, the 650, 3 years ago to do this trip. I've been trying to do it for 3 years. I'm like, no, I'm doing it this year. So
what trip?
That's another thing.
What trip are you talking about? We're going where?
I've got a route planned out. I want to give too much away, but I'm going to go. There's 5 hot springs that I want to hit in BC.
I know.
And I'm going to do it on my KLR. I'm packing up the bike and we're going to go hit 5 hot springs.
When you said bike, I thought it was the ATV. I forgot about
my KLR 650.
I was going to do a little bike trip too on my little 250, but it conflicts with the long weekend, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. Old guy on a bike is leading a group across Newfoundland here and hitting a few places. It's in that long weekend, and that's a big deal for this area, because I'm really close to the town I grew up, and that's when you see people that you haven't seen, a lot of years and whatever. So
Yeah.
like being around. I've missed it the last couple of years because we've been sailing. We've been on the sailboat, so
Yeah.
I've missed it the last couple of years. So yeah. So anyways, I might, but he might show up here. He says he will come to camp. He's been here already. Old guy on a bike. He's like 70, late 70s, and he was down in the States and done the Four Corners type of thing. And yeah, he's got over 10,000 subscribers and stuff. Yeah.
Nice.
Nothing this summer, but have moved plans for a longer trip next year.
Okay, cool. Actually, it was your channel that motivated me to stamp the date on this bike trip. It's like, man, just watching your videos, it's like, doesn't matter how busy you are, what you do, you have to take time off and do this stuff. So appreciate it.
Never saw any of Thompson videos. Have to check him out. Great guy, great chat guys. Okay.
Thanks. Yeah, check them out. Cool. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Well, fun. Get out there on the. Yeah, absolutely. Have to do it. Actually, I just put my bike in. I was going to do it myself, but the seals or I was going into a turn. I was coming from a buddy's house, and I went into a turn, and I leaned, and all of a sudden, man, it felt bizarre, and I'm like, whew, and my shocks bottomed out, so I had to rebuild the whole things. I was going to do it, but I just don't have time. So a buddy of mine, he just finished rebuilding them today.
Okay.
So, but man, I don't know if anybody's ever felt that you go into a corner and all of a sudden, it was like not hard, but it was like through me.
Yeah, that's scary if you bump it. Yeah, for sure. Well, I think we should. Hour and a half. We're starting to lose people here, so probably enough for us tongue wagging this time around.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to do it again.
Yes. So yeah, you'll have to have a look at StreamYard. I'm pretty sure I just went on there, made an account for the free account because, like you said, the paid one, it's got all kinds of this. I saw this is a free account. It works fine for multiple people, and that's all I was looking for. Because there was a couple other streaming things I did download, and they didn't work unless you paid a bunch of money. So
I thought StreamYard was you had to pay for it completely anyway, but.
Yeah, no, I never paid nothing for this. But like I said, in order to add you on this tonight, I would have had to pay like $90 or something, right? So, good night, Pat.
Good night, Pat. Night, guys. Off-grid wing.
So, yeah. So, anyways.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I really appreciate everybody stopping in, saying hi, asking questions. It was great. Really appreciate it, guys. I'll be checking these channels out.
Yeah, I wrote a few down there. I got to check out, and have a look and see what everybody's doing. Always enjoy watching other people doing similar things and getting ideas and sharing ideas and whatever. Right. So
that's it, man. It's you know what, we're all out there just trying to figure things out, and if we can learn something from each other, it's great, right?
Yeah. Is that your channel and the link? Yeah, it looks like, okay, that's it.
Yeah. Good night. Yeah, we'll definitely have to do it again.
Sounds good. Okay, hour and 34 minutes, and I'm way past my bedtime, so yeah.
Sounds good. The hot tub's calling my name.
Yeah. 11:13 here. What is it there now? It's
20 to 7.
20 to 7, yeah. That's good.
Yeah. Awesome.
Okay, my friend. We'll be talking for sure. Keep in touch, and we'll chat to you. And everybody, thanks for joining. And
thanks, everybody.
We will do it again. And good night. Take care wherever you are and whatever you are at. One of the guys, Noel's Tractor, says that. That's pretty cool. Anyway, good night.
Hey, guys. Appreciate it.